Actually, Gorbachev, he's got the map of Persia, the Persian Gulf on. Madam Toastmaster, members, and most honored guests. I used to work around the corner from where they put in a gas station, and they put in a car wash that was robot controlled. And I have a truck that's a 68 Ford Ranger, and it has, this is an old truck, and it has an 8-foot bed on it. And one day I decided that I was going to take it to this car wash that's robot controlled. So I go into the car wash, and I go over and I get a code that allows me to enter into the car wash. And the light turns green, and I go into the car wash, and I see this arm come down, and it starts in the front of my truck, and it's got this laser beam on it, and it's going around, it's going bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. And it looks like it's measuring the truck, but it also looks like it's something from War of the Worlds, you know, with this laser shooting out of it. And the next thing is another arm comes down, and this one has a nozzle on it, and it's going psh, 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 and it's spraying hot water. Well, the thing is with this truck, it's got these wide mirrors on there, and these are the old type of mirrors. They're not the ones that fold in. So when it comes, I'm watching it, and it comes up to the mirror, and it goes chunk. It's going psh, psh, and it's starting to spray this hot spray, but it's stuck. And my truck, because it's so old, I don't have any knobs on the handles to crank down the windows. So I'm reaching over, and I'm really fighting this thing, trying to open the window so I can get this thing to go past it. And I open up the window, and push, I'm getting all this spray, hot water all over my truck, on the back window, the seat, everything. So it continues on. Comes around. There's the other mirror. It hits the other mirror. And I have to crank the window down. I got to do the same thing. Hit with water. I roll the window back up frantically, and it goes on its way. So it gets in the front again. Well, then it retracts. Now here comes another arm comes down. This one's got 3 nozzles on it, and it starts to spray. And it's spraying hot, soapy water in 3 colors, red, green, and blue. And it comes around, and oh God, it's going to hit that mirror again. So it hits the mirror, boom. I go through the same routine. I roll down the window, I'm hit, only this time with red, green, blue soap, bubbles all over everything. I got soap bubbles all over me, all over the back window, all over the inside of the truck. It comes around again. I get it out of the way, roll up the window, and it hits the other window. And I start to roll it down, and all of a sudden, I hear everything just go, and everything comes to a stop. And oh God, I broke this machine. So I hear on the side of the truck pounding, and I look around, and it's the attendant, and he's saying, "You follow me, you follow me." I said, "What?" He wants me to come over and pay for the thing or something. So anyway, I followed him. I got the truck started, and I followed him around. He says, "You come around." So he's guiding me around. He guides me around to the front of the station. And then he says, "You come in. You come in." Oh God, now I'm going to have to pay for this thing. And he goes over to his cash register, and he keys in some stuff. And I thought, okay, here it comes. It's a bill. But he hands me a slip of paper, and it's got another code on there. He said, "You go again, you go again." And I've got all these suds all over me, all in, it looked like Mr. Bubble Machine. And people are looking at me, and I say, "Hey, don't even ask." But it was so hot. It was 113 degrees out there. And I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I was dehydrated. So I said, I'm just going to get bottle of water. I got this water and I started drinking it and I sucked the thing dry. I'm not kidding, the bottle collapsed. It was so... Well, I thought, okay, I'm going to go around again, but before I do that, I'm going to adjust these mirrors as much as I can because they're fixed in place. It's not like they are today where you can just push them in. So I searched around in the truck and I found a tire iron. So I started beating on the mirrors, bringing them in. Well, they didn't go in very far, but they did come in a little bit. Go back around and I enter the code into the machine. It gives me the green light. And I go back in, drive it in there, and here comes the laser beam again. And it passes okay. So the hot water comes out again. And it gets stuck right on that mirror. Same place, but it's not as bad. So I roll down the window again. Bam! I got blasted again with the hot water. And the same thing. The truck's all full of water. And I roll the window back up, and it goes on its way. And it comes around the other side. And it hits that mirror again. But this time, there was enough room, so I got the truck, started rocking the truck back and forth. Boom, it went past. I said, oh, that's all right. Maybe I've got this made this time. Now, here comes the arm with the 3 nozzles on it. Here comes the red, green, and blue soap bubbles. It goes around and it gets stuck on that mirror again. So I rolled down the window and I got blasted again. And I pushed it aside and it came back around again. Now it comes around to the other mirror and bam, it hits it. And the power went off again. There's a guy knocking on the side of the truck. And he says, "You follow me." And I said, no thanks. I'm not this time. So I pulled out of the car wash. This is on Lincoln Avenue, right off of Tustin. And I make a left turn, and I've got soap bubbles, green, red, blue soap bubbles coming out of everything. I'm covered with them. My windshield wipers are not working, and I'm driving down the street, and this thing is just spewing bubbles all over the place because the bed of the truck is just filled with them. And I went to another car wash, a conventional car wash, and I pull in there, and I guess they've never seen a vehicle that's loaded with soapy bubbles on it coming into the car wash, and go pull up, where the people have it, where they're going to clean the inside of it, and open the door, and I'm just loaded with all of these bubbles, soap bubbles and everything. And he looks at me like, "What happened?" And I said, "Don't worry about it. Just wash the truck, right?" So they wash the truck, and I get in it, and I go home. I'm sopping wet. And I go in the house, we have company. And they look at me like, "What happened to you?" So I explained the whole story to them. And then after 2 beers, I didn't care anymore. Madam Tabletop.